各位亲爱的网友朋友，大家好。师父好。今天呢，应该是阴历24，是吧？哎，我们亚洲的时间哈，这算是过小年是吧
？Today is the lunar 24th.
我们都已经开始张灯结彩，心情也进入了过年模式了。
Is it considered the
我记得小时候哈，不管家里是穷是富哈，那个时候就是到处去赶集。不一定买得了什么东西，但是有那个去赶集购物的那个特别快乐的那个心情哈。
I remember when I was young, when it's close to the Lunar New Year period, I like to go shopping.
过小年就23糖瓜粘，我们首先都吃那个糖瓜。
就想吃的。
对，然后呢，肯定要买新衣服。
In northern China, it's important for us to buy new clothes during this period.
小的时候买那些头花啊、发卡呀，对，那现在也是可能要买一些首饰啊。
Now we like to buy some jewelry, something that's red in color.
小时候我记得就是男孩特别关注的是买鞭炮。
I think we like to buy firecrackers for boys.
到后来的话。到城市就有烟花了哈，买烟花鞭炮，
是，
还有
It's quite common, and we also buy some lanterns.
如果和父母亲一起的话，
For those who live with parents, they'll buy a lot of goodies.
如果你经济够富裕的话
，If you're rich,
买各种的菜呀
，you buy different types of vegetables.
麻花啊，去年咱们还亲自在做哈，
对，
还有家里吃肉的买的各种肉食哈。
And people who like to eat meat, they buy different type of meat.
哎，对
，different type of vegetables.
但现在还好哈。
But now it's better.
货运比较发达。
Because now transportation is very easy. So from people in the north, they can eat some fresh vegetables as well. In the olden days, during winter period, the people in the north have very limited vegetable options. Usually, it's like cabbage, potatoes, carrots.
洋葱哈，洋葱我们没存过啊。
Or even like onion, they store this very limited choice.
能够过冬的这个菜很少。
Because there are not many vegetables that can last through winter.
南方的。
But in the south,
在南方的话就应该有菜是吧
I think there are more varieties.
会很丰富一些。
Yes, they tend to have a lot more varieties because they also have seafood and they have varieties of fruits.
比较丰富一些。对对，还要买水果，还真的是，对，
想的都很快乐哈。
When you think about it, you feel very happy too.
年龄越小哈，
Especially if you're younger, you'll be very happy because you follow your older brothers and sisters. You go to the city, you go to the cities or the town to go to the market
其实真很快乐
to buy different type of things.
窗花、贴对联，
对，
换新的门神等等的。记得我们小时候真的只有在春节这一天啊，这一段时间，这是全家团圆。
When we are young, that is the time that we all gather together.
就是叔伯兄，就是叔叔伯伯、伯伯、舅舅，
And all the relatives gather together.
才会聚集到。
We only gather when it's closer to the Lunar New Year.
那个时候就光问候啊，
During that time, we spend so much time talking and catch up with one another.
真的是很热闹。
It was very interesting and it was very. We get a chance to eat many good stuff as well.
是很幸福。
对，今天城市的场景就是不太一样。
But today, people live in the cities is quite different.
对
Because food is in abundance, and a lot of
过各种节日为由头哈，为一个理由进行
a
大
lot
肆
of
的宣传
businessmen
哈。
they seek the opportunities to do promotions and to encourage
我觉得劳
sales.
动了一年哈，给家人买些好吃的啊，买些
So like
新
they
衣
work
服
so hard, they
这
buy
是很
something
必
new
要
for
的
the family
之
members.
后呢，再招待亲友相互往来
And after
哈。
that, they encourage relatives to gather and meet one another during the Lunar New Year period. Yes, during the Lunar New Year, everyone is very happy. And during that time, everyone tends to spend a lot more money during this period. Because this is the period that you want to be filial
那
to
么还有呢，在
your
过年的时候哈
grandparents.
还有一件事情呢，年轻人不太懂哈。通常呢，我们就讲究到像华人来说过春节哈。
For Chinese, the Lunar New Year,
阳历年就不太是真正的过年。
it is like the real New Year for the Chinese.
就我妈就常说啊，
My mom
好
always
像
say
这个
that.
天上的神灵就
the deities comes to the earth to observe whether they are kind or unkind. They want to give the people that are kind to have bonus, to have good luck. What does that mean, Master? Is it like to bless them? Well, so it depends on where they like. Usually they will bless your head. Some who have good fortune, in the middle of the head, they even have a few red hair. And these are the ones that have been bestowed by the deities. Some, they have a red dot. It's not like they purposely put a color in between the two brows, a little red. And that's also a sign they've been blessed by the deities. Some is on the skin. It's like there is a golden dot. That has been blessed as well. Does he know? No. He just thinks that he's either very smart or very or fool. But for that person, during that time come, they will gather wealth, or they suddenly gain good results or get to good universities. And not only that, they get good results. For them, for those that have been blessed by deities and God, when they are blessed, when the time comes, when the time is right, suddenly they gain enlightenment, they become very smart. They can do very well in the examinations. After we heard what Master say, is it important that is there a chance for us to now work hard now, to be a good person, to say good things, to have kind heart, so that we will be blessed by deities, by God, by heavenly gods. What is important is to have kindness in your heart. And today, the main content, we have a miracle book. You have seen that is the Buddhist Robe. Actually, this book is an introduction of Master's progress, the cultivation process, right from Master when was young and all the way to gain enlightenment. And after gaining enlightenment, what's Master's aspirations and to help many people. So it is a very simple description of Master's cultivations and gaining enlightenment. So for all who are Bodhi practitioners, this is a very good book.
产生的过程到一直能印制出来哈，我的感受，我的直觉就是说。
Actually, for this book, from the process that it was conceived and all the way to productions to eventually distribution, it is very clear to me in my heart that this book will bring a lot of benefits to all beings. Yes, indeed, Master. Today, we have many who are very happy, who benefited from this book, and they like to share the benefits of this book. Yes, it is almost unbelievable. I just feel that it's like a miracle book. What's the story? The first is from Malaysia, a practitioner from Malaysia. She successfully got pregnant. She said, "Hello, Master, I'm Yao Chu Hong. I'm 35 this year. I was married when I was 28, but after 4 years, I still cannot conceive. Everyone is worried for me. And I become very pressured because I want to have a child. I seek treatment both Western and Eastern, but to no avail. I also tried various methods, but I was not able to conceive. Both the doctors and the Chinese physicians couldn't find a cause. So when I was 25 years old, before I got married, I have these cold fingers and my fingers and my feet. And I need to wear socks and I need to put on very thick blankets. In 2015 October, I joined an 8 days health and fitness class in Malaysia, Longquan. And during the class, I chanced upon this Buddhist Robes. When I went home, I read the book. And suddenly I read, seeing the meditation master this chapter. I just happened to chance upon this chapter. And I saw these 4 words, meet the Grandmaster. And what's amazing is that the 3rd day, I saw Master. I was so happy. And what's even more amazing is that masters guide all practitioners to practice energy Bagua. I was so surprised that I can meet Master on the first day of the class. So it really manifest what I saw from the book. I think I'm great fortune. And after I practice energy Bagua with Master, I find that my body is very warm. And after the class completed, I started to practice energy Bagua. And every time after finish my energy Bagua practice, I will perspire and my t-shirt is completely wet. After I practice for 3 months, my conditions improve. I start to feel warmth in my body and I'm not afraid of cold. But I still have not conceived. My mom is worried. And my mom wants to gain some enlightenment. So, I read this page. The cow who cannot produce milk after listening to Master's music can start to conceive milk. When my mom read that, my mom told me that don't worry, there'll be good news. What is important is that you must continue your energy Bagua practice. After I practiced energy Bagua for half a year, I successfully conceived. It helps me to nourish my energy. And not only that, energy Bagua is really like a miracle. So I have my first son in 2017, and he's now 5 years old. After I deliver my first son, I conceive again, and then I pregnant again, and I have a daughter. So the second one is a daughter. And half years ago, I conceive again, and it's a son. So after I practice energy Bagua, I delivered 2 sons and 1 daughter. I'm so thankful of Master. Because of energy Bagua, I now have a happy family. I'm so grateful for Grandmaster JinBodhi, for Master's protections and blessing. Wow, that's amazing. She's a young mom. This is quite a miracle. Because for most people, they find that this is quite unbelievable. I think the inspirations that the Buddhist robe gave her is quite amazing. Well, the moment that the moms read this, feel that she's saved. Well, she's quite amazing. In 5 years, she has conceived 3 babies, and they're healthy babies.
是，我看这个姚秋红女士哈，她其实
I think I look at her, she has a lack of energy. She's difficult for her to conceive. That's why she got married after 4 years and she couldn't conceive. But she's very smart to use the book, the Buddhist Robes. During class, she learned how to flip the book, and she get inspiration. And the inspiration is meet the meditation master. And after she flipped this book, a few days later, she get to see Master in person. And when she wanted to conceive, the mom flipped the book, and read the page about the cow who cannot produce milk after listening to Master's music was able to produce milk successfully, and it's a positive result. That's why the mom told her to continue her practice with energy bagua. And indeed, she became pregnant, and she's now a mom to three children, 2 boys and a girl. I have a prize for you. I have this age pour for you. It's 15 years. It's a 15 years age tea. I've signed on it too. Congratulations to you. Wishing you auspiciousness and happiness to your entire family. Thank you, Master. So we have the second story, and it's from Liu Xiujuan, and she used the Buddhist robe to seek treasure. In 2018, January the 1st, the younger sister-in-law wear this bracelet. But I kept it when I reached home. And I think that the next time when I see my sister-in-law, I want to return this bracelet to her. 2 weeks later, my sister-in-law called me, "Where is my bracelet?" And I only remembered it after 2 weeks later, so I went to look for it. But I couldn't find this bracelet. Where exactly is this agate bracelet? I was worried. Suddenly, I thought about these Buddhist robes to get some inspiration. I just grabbed this book and I chant together with Master. Master, I can't find the bracelet. Master, please give me where exactly it is. When I look at it, I turned to page 116, and there are 4 words. It's about double dragons, iron rod. I couldn't find it, so I gave up looking for it. After a week, I was still not successful to look for it. So I flipped the book again, and I see exactly the same page, and it's exactly the same words that stare at me. Well, if I follow this, I feel that if I can find this double dragon iron rod, I'll be able to find my bracelet. So I tried to seek all around the house. I couldn't find it again. And 2 weeks later, I tried to flip the book again. But once again, it is still page 116. The 3 times flipped to the same page. And it's right, exactly the same thing, double dragon iron rod. And I said, why? And then at the time, I walked to a bedroom that I seldom lie there. And when I lie on the bed, I look up, and I actually saw this double dragon iron rod there. And the bracelet is there. It's just beside it. I was so shocked. I want to share this to all. At the moment when I flipped to 116, I find that the word disappears. This word completely disappears. I say, no, I'm quite sure that the 4 words there. Why is it that the word disappears? This is what a miracle book. And I managed to find the bracelet that my sister-in-law passed me. I'm full of thanks to Master, because every time when we meet with obstacles, we have this miracle book to provide guidance and bring us to the right direction.
这个它神奇的地方是，其实那个第116页
Actually, what is amazing is that at page 116, there's no such words. And that's why our friends from the internet, they try to flip to 116, but they didn't see the words. But for this lady, that she flipped it for 3 times, and she see it. So she thought that it was printed on it. So when she flipped the book, she really saw the words. That's why this is a miracle book.
那双龙铁棍呢？咱看照片哈，它就是个双节棍。
So what exactly? So this is like a little weapon, or iron rod weapons. So this bracelet is just hang together with it. And that's why the book tried to remind her the location of it.
我都不知道该怎么办了，那个袈裟书实在是没辙了，除了还是显示双龙铁棍之外，就干脆引导着他就去到那个房间吧。
对，
就他说他那个卧室不常去的。
She said that the bedroom is one that she seldom frequent, and it so happened that she lied down and stared to the ceiling, and she saw this hang at the side of the bedroom. So Master to flip the book and flip at the same page. What a coincidence! I think there's no coincidence. And every time she saw the same words for 3 times, it's like a reminder to her.
对，而且提醒的这个信息是那么的相关就是答案
让我们自己乐吧。真的是。
有的网友就会想哈，哎，是谁显示的呢？
Some would think, who is it that write this?
又没有印这个字，怎么会显示呢？是这个需要思考。
Well, this is something that you want to think. How to describe? Why? Why is it printed? How to explain?
是我们每一次第一次上健身班的时候都会听到对袈裟书的介绍的。
I think for the health and fitness class during the first time, we will be introduced to this book. And the moment that we went for the class, we will be introduced to this book. I remember that I bought this book during my first health and fitness class, and I love it. Because it talks about, it describes Master's cultivation process. There are many, many stories. The first time when I read it, it's like reading some of those very, very captivating fiction stories.
对对对，后来就是有很多老师就给我们介绍说，哎呀。And after that, many teachers tell us that do not treat this like a normal novel. You can use it. There are many uses. Every time when you reach an obstacle or hindrance, you can ask for Master's blessings and guidance to use this book. So I want to give Xiu Juan a scarf. This is a beautiful scarf. This is painted by me. And I have another inauspicious treasure. It's for you.
好事成双啊！好，谢谢。
感恩师父。那我们的网友也在问嘛，说那个。这袈裟书这么神奇啊！说到哪里也能请一本啊哈。
Some ask, where can they invite this?
慈悲音网站可以请到这个实体书。
Well,
现在还有呢。
还有对。
You can actually go to 慈悲音 to invite this book.
在
the physical book.
学院网站上呢，可以请到电子版的。
And if you go to Buddhist Meditation College, you can get an e-copy.
都是一样的。
其实对我们来说，最想听的就是大家通过来看这个翻袈裟书，得到神佛的启示。
I think a lot of time we want to know the stories or the inspirations by seeking the help of this miracle book. Next, we have someone from Penang.
提供的叫袈裟书。赶走了噩梦和黑影子。哇
It says that this book helped to rid off dark images. In 2021, my daughter is just 10 years old. She's young, but she always had nightmares, and this happens for a year plus. Every month, she gets about 2 to 3 nights of nightmares. What's strange is that every month she'll dream of herself having a car accident, and the image is the same. And not only that, she will be chased by ghosts. And every time she had such a nightmare, she will cry. And the next day, she'll be so tired. And not only that, she also complained that in school she saw some black image, especially in the toilets. So when my daughter told me about this black image, I was scared. And I can't, but there's very little I can help her. I just have to try to console her, tell her not to worry. In 2022, in March, suddenly I thought about this book. I remember someone actually shared that this book has protective power. So what I do is that I put this book for the daughter to sleep on. And after I do this, after a month, until today, my daughter stopped complaining about having nightmares. And in school, she stopped complaining about seeing black images. What's amazing that this can ward off evil. Just this book can ward off evils. Thank you, Masters, for blessings and protection.
我们前面师父讲了好多集这种邪恶的这些事情哈，那我们
Previously, Masters has talked to us about what of the negative energies or what of evils, and I think this book has such magical power to ward off negative energies.
对，在我记得在有一些西方人拍的电影上
I remember in some of the movies of the West, when they face they will use the holy book, like the Bible, or the cross, the holy cross. I think those are also effective when you face with dark power. I just didn't know that this book also has this ability. Actually, it is very powerful. I've heard of many other stories. I have a very short story just to share. It's someone from Ipoh. It's a mom. So the son in the 20s, I'm not sure exactly what happens. He joined a secret society, a local secret society. So it is like a cult. So the youngsters who join, no one can come out because they are brainwashed and controlled by the cult leaders. Some, they can't even protect their life. So this mom was very worried. He tried to reason with the son, but was not successful. It was another of our Bodhi Dharma brothers said that the only way out is to seek Master's help. You should try to practice at home. You should try to talk to the cult leader to have your son back. But the mom said, how do I dare to talk to that cult leader? Because I'm such a weak lady. But this Dharma brother said, you bring Master's Buddhist Robe, the book there, and it will protect you. So the mom, in order to save her son, went to see the cult leader. So she hold on to this Buddhist robe. What she cannot even believe is that after talking to the leader, and the leader said, well, bring your son up. She couldn't believe it. Is it true? So she brought the son home. And after that, she tried to reason with the son. The son now can understand and turn over a new leaf. The mom was so full of thanks. I think the ability to ward off evil is so powerful. I want to give the prize to the one in Penang first. A prize for the Penang Dharma sister. So this is for you. This can ward off evil. And you be safe, you be auspicious. Thanks for your story. That's a good story. Master, we have another Furong. Is how this book can help the son to sleep. Is that from Malaysia? Yes. In 2016, in June, I joined a class and the health and fitness class, and I managed to invite one of the Buddhist Robes. And during that time, my younger son told me that he's busy to write his thesis for his university's graduation thesis. And he worked really hard. And suddenly I thought about this Buddhist robe. And I said, well, if you cannot sleep, you can use this Buddhist robe and sleep, and then you'll be able to sleep. So I asked my son to sleep on the Buddhist robe. And within 5 minutes, he was able to sleep. In 2017, in May, he also need to write another thesis. So the moment that he saw me, he said, Mom, can I have the book again because I couldn't sleep last night? And my brain is so empty. So I brought this book to pass to my younger son. And he said that I have to wake him up after an hour. So I saw that he lay at the living room, sat on the sofa, and put the book above his head and fall asleep. After 15 minutes, I went to the living room to see if he's asleep. Well, he's actually turning on the computer screen to try to do work. I said, why don't you sleep further? He said that when he put this Buddhist robe on his head, he found that he was able to cleanse his head. Suddenly, within 15 minutes, he felt full of energy. It seems like his thoughts have been straightened as well. I was so surprised. Not only this Buddhist robe can help to sleep, it also has the ability to bless with the appropriate energy that's most suitable for you. I'm very happy to hear this because this book has not only helped with insomnia to sleep, but it also helped to enhance your inspiration and to add on vitalities. So I think the bottom line is that this book will provide you whatever that you need. It is like a miracle. Well, you're using the Buddhist robe to write essay for you. This is something that all the students will want. They'll be very happy to have that. Well, when you write good essay, sometimes it's difficult. First, you need to have foundations. Many authors are actually they cannot overcome that. And some good singers, they cannot have a breakthrough. That's because those who write the scripts or write the song, they lack inspirations. Thesis is the same as well. Because sometimes you do need inspirations in order to produce new pieces, new songs, new work. So I think what the story tells us is that this Buddhist robe has the ability to help to enhance inspiration. Actually, if you cultivate diligently, it will also enhance your inspirations. So for this child, he is quite smart. He used this Buddhist robe and placed on his head, and suddenly he gains inspiration. And suddenly he feels that his thoughts have been cleared, and he's able to write his thesis within a very short period of time. Usually, if you have this instant inspirations and you can complete it within a very short period of time, they tend to be very good essay. Congratulations. From Malaysia, there's Dharma sisters from Malaysia. I have a prize for you too. This is also another of my painting. Listen, it's green in color, it's very beautiful. It represents purity and represents harvest. And I have another beads for you, for your son, hoping that it will protect him, to bring him auspiciousness, to bring him success in his studies.
刚刚听到加沙书帮助睡眠的哈，我们有个网友哈就在写，笑笑网友他说
She also shared that my mom gave this Buddhist robe to my mom's friend. This mom's friend has insomnia for very long. The moment that she got this book, she read the book. And after she read the book, she was so happy. She was full of confidence of Master. A few days after she completed reading the book, she dreamt of Masters. And in the dream, Masters blessed her. And from that day onwards, her insomnia completely disappears. From then on, she could sleep soundly. And she told my mom that this book is a treasure. Master is so powerful, full of thanks to Master. There are many miracles. We have more stories to share, Master. Another one, we have someone from Taiwan. See, the book allows me to buy my house successfully. In 2020, in April, I chanced upon a beautiful condo, and I was negotiating the price. But the price difference is quite significant, and that's why the owner refused to sell to me. After that, my agent suggested that I place a deposit to show my intentions. And after that, I put the option to purchase onto the book. And then I hope that Masters will bless so that I can buy the book successfully. And the next day, the owner was willing to release the house at the price that I offer. So thanks to Master's blessing, I successfully purchased the condo of my dream. Well, for this, she offer price was very low, so the owner refused to let go of the house. But because she put the offer to purchase onto the Buddhist robe to seek Master's blessing, and the owner eventually reduced the price to match her purchase price. I think she received the blessing. Actually, the option to purchase the offer. Every country has this offer to purchase. Or option to purchase this agreement. She placed it in the book to get the book's blessing, and indeed, it comes true. The next day, she was able to purchase the house at her desirable price. Actually, there are so many different properties, and every property is so different. So some people, they can take many years before they look for their dream, find a suitable home. So for her, her dreams comes true. Does you have a prize for her? Yes. Let's look at this. This is a necklace, a very beautiful necklace. So this is something that you can wear, especially for the Lunar New Year. So wishing you health and happiness, since that now you have successfully bought your house. What about others? Are there other benefits? Now we have another sharing from Furong, Malaysia. In 2019, one afternoon, my husband and I went out, and when I returned home, we saw a lot of bees at my shoes rack. I was shocked. I wanted to get rid of it, but because next door is actually a childcare, I'm afraid that it may sting the children next door. So during that time, I called for the fireman to come. And suddenly I thought about the book, the Buddhist Robe. So I took this book and I start to communicate with masters. I seek master's blessing to get rid of the bees. So it took me 10 minutes. So when I went into the garden, I found that all the bees have left. So I tell the firemen there's no need for them to come because the bees have all left. Because of this incident, I felt that the Buddhist robe has this superpower. So no matter where I go, I will bring this Buddhist robe with me. Wow, so the Buddhist robe can even chase the bees away without harming the bees. So allowing the dreams to come true. It is like the Buddhist robe, the book, have gave a signal to the bees. Well, so I think the bees receive the signal and they left. So I think it's important that when we have these sub-incidents, we try to cause less harm. Try not to kill. So the Buddhist robes even have the ability to send signal to the bees. Yeah, so actually other animals or other insects in the world, we don't really understand or cannot comprehend. So the more we learn about it, we find that there are a lot of miracles that happens around us. It is like you look at the soil on the floor. Do you really understand it? It is more holy than you think. So I have a New Year prize for you too. I have this treasure vase for you. This is a beautiful vase, a red vase. This is in my room. I have kept this for 10 over years. So this is the price for her. It's just opportunities. I'm not sure what to give you. So I want to give you good presents. So this is for you to gather wealth, gather wisdom. Gather good relationships. So what is it to gather wisdom? Is it a book, holy book? It's pen. It's also one. So this represents wisdoms or a brush pot. So if you want auspiciousness to the family, what are they? These are like incense burner. She has a story, a small stories, and then she has such great blessing to receive such good presents. Actually, I like to give prize to all. You may say, why? Some say, is it because you just want to gain more, you just want to have more supports from our internet friends? No, it's just that I just like to share. I just want to share auspiciousness. So during the live broadcast, I want to give the H-pure tea. We have been drinking the H-pure tea. It is a treasure. The H-pure tea is like treasure. It's very helpful to you. During the next live broadcast, during the Chinese New Year live broadcast, I will give. It's not for one person. I will actually separate it and make small pieces, and so that more people can benefit it. I think if you have the opportunity to drink that tea, you will be very auspicious. You will gain longevity. It's just my overall feeling. So definitely we'll come to listen to Master's live broadcast during the Chinese New Year period. So this Buddhist robe is a very holy book. Why is it that he has ability to do so many things? Do we have any other sharings? It's related to health. Actually, we have many that shares this. Some share that if they have tummy ache, they'll put the Buddhist robe onto the tummy and the tummy ache disappears. We have another one from Singapore, Liu Yijiao, shared that. She has this stuffy nose or sinus for 17 years. Hello, Master. I'm from Singapore, Liu Yijiao. I'm 60 years old. When I was 36, it's easy for me to have flu. Almost every day, I will have sneeze, and sometimes I have sore throat. And if someone is sick around me, I will get sick easily. I started to take some medications. Well, it was quite useful initially, but after 2-3 weeks, the symptoms occurs again. Because of this, I'm always very tired, and I try not to leave the house too often because I don't want to be infected. But because I always need to rub my nose, it starts to have pain, and these pains all the way extend to my forehead. I always feel that something is blocking on my nose and my forehead, and that's why I always feel very giddy and hard for me to concentrate. Sometimes when I talk to my friends, I will lose parts of my thoughts. I couldn't complete my thoughts. In 2013, through the magazines, I learned about Bodhi meditations. And one day, when I practiced meditation of great illuminations at the center, I'm not sure why I couldn't see. It's all dark, and I started to feel very giddy. So I walked towards the back of the hall to rest. So the teachers quickly bring me to Master's pictures and place the Buddhist robes on my head. And in my heart, I seek Master's blessings and help. What's amazing is that within a few seconds, I could feel this very strong energy from my head all the way down. After 10 minutes later, I find that my body is full of energy, and the giddiness completely disappears. On the day I went home, after I showered, suddenly I have a sneeze. I look at the tissues. In the sneeze, there are many mucus and like a lot of peppery dots. I couldn't know why, and then I sneezed again. And this time, I saw even bigger black dots. I was so shocked. I felt, is there something wrong with my nose? And after that, there was a lot of mucus and fluids. That is grayish green color mucus, very soft, like chewing gum. And the moment I managed to pass it out, I felt very much lighter. But I still feel a little bit blocked. So I quickly kneel before Master's picture and seek Master help. And then I place the book on my head. And indeed, after that, it starts to turn a lot more mucus and fluids. It lasted for 15 minutes before it stopped completely. And this time, I could feel that my nose, the blockage completely clears. My head, my forehead, it's so light. I was so happy because thank you for Masters for blessing. So the blockage that's in my nose for 17 years to completely disappears. Thank you, Master. Gratitude to Master. Well, her descriptions is a little bit. The mucus was like grayish in color and green in color. It's very vivid and feel very disgusting, but the blockage for 17 years completely disappears. That's quite an amazing. Can you imagine that if she didn't clear this, this would have been blocked in her airway or air passage? What will happen after that? From my experience, 30 over years ago, during that time I was in China Beidai, and we had a special class, something like a chanting class. We chanted for many days. This happens right before me. Everybody sitting on the cushion because it was a winter. And there's a female practitioner. She wanted to sneeze. She saw me and she tried to resist, but she couldn't stop. So she sneezed. She felt that something fall out. I was just standing right before her. She used the two hands to catch the mucus. And the mucus is a little bit like egg. It's a bit bluish green color. It may be something related, it may be something cancerous from the nose. She sneezed. It was a huge block. And she cleared that. From then on, she'll survive for 20 more years. So I think this practitioner is very, very lucky. She sneezed out. Because of this special blessing, when we receive the blessings from Buddhas and heavenly gods, sometimes when we receive the blessing, it could be instantaneously. And something changed, almost like instantaneously. Or you are healed immediately. Or something changed profusely. It may sound unbelievable, but anything that's related to the heavenly God or to Buddhas, it's something that is unexplainable, something that you cannot use the human mind to explain it. The speed itself, whether it got to do with how sincere you are, or got to do with your karmic depths. If you're fully compassionate and if you're very, very pure in your heart, then the change can be instantly. Because it also depends how quiet your heart is, whether you are compassionate enough. Because if you're not compassionate, and if not, then it will take much longer. So when you have sincerity, it will happen very quickly. It could be like instantaneously. It's like someone may have some nose-related cancer. The moment they sneeze something out like this, the illness just disappears. So it's like you have been cleansed instantaneously. So Master, you say that there is a key. So what is that? It's our sincerity. Because the Buddhas want us to quiet down and they want us to have compassion. So when you are not, if you don't quiet down, if you're very petty, or you want to harm others when you still have those in your heart, it's impossible for you to be cleansed. How can you get rid of it? It's not possible. It is only when you change your habits from someone who wants to harm to be a completely pure person or compassionate person, then the change will start to occur. So I think this lady, Maybe in that moment she adjusts her heart. She adjusts that she's sincere. And that's why in the moment she received the blessing instantaneously. So I have a prize for you too.
好，一条丝巾，还有一颗八宝灵珠。
哇，太美好了。
好，祝愿刘女士这个健康长寿。
So wishing you health, longevities, and happiness around the family.
收到，感恩师父。
Thank you, Master.
好，师父，接下来是来自于新加坡的苏光清网友给我们。
Next, we have another one from Singapore. Su Guangqing. Hello, Master. In 2015, my mom was 5 years old, and she was living by herself in an apartment. So I decided to send this book to her to protect her. My mom was very delightfully received it and placed on the bookshelf. After my mom has these Buddhist robes, she always smells some fragrance and she sees some light that's on the head. She was very happy. So when she was 77 years old, one time she went to the supermarket. On the way home, she had a fall. And the vegetable cart also toppled. A few days later, Mom wanted to bend, but she found that she couldn't. She had this acute pain. It was so painful that she couldn't stand up and she couldn't walk. And the next few days, she has difficulties to walk and lie down. And the pain became more intense. And to get to bed, she needs someone to bring her to bed. The doctor says that maybe my mom needs to go through an operation. But we thought that she's quite old. So if she goes for an operation, the risk would be significantly higher. So we decided that she should not have the operations and we brought her home. The moment she returned home, she always put the Buddhist robe at the place that she suffered the pain. And she seeks Master's blessing and protection so that she can recover. A few days later, my mom went to use the book to press on the part that she felt the pain. And after that, she slept on the living room in the sofa. And suddenly she saw this light that appears on her forehead and it disappears after that. And later that, there are three olive eyes floating before her. They flew from the door to the window. When my mom saw this, she was shocked. When she woke up, she found that the wind was blowing at the windows, so she went to try to shut the windows. And then she realized, why is it that I can stand up? My pain has disappeared. And she can even get off bed easily. From then on, my mom can walk easily. Now my mom is 83, and if she's not careful what she eats, she gets gastric pain. And during this time, she will hold the Buddhist robe and place on her tummy to seek Master's blessing. After 20 minutes, it becomes effective. From all these incidents, the Buddhist robes becomes my mom's special doctor, family physicians. Wherever she feels a pain, she will put the Buddhist robe at the spot, and after some time, the pain will disappear. Because of this book, my mom is full of thanks, and my mom always reminds me to offer lights on behalf of Master. In 2022, my mom always have some encounter, and these are not good encounter. And one time, my mom dreamt about the guardians from hell to come before my mom. She was scared. So because she was scared, she take the Buddhist robe and face this image, but it disappears after that. As a result, after that, my mom, before she sleep, she will put the Buddhist robe at at the pillow, and after that, she stopped having the nightmare. Once in 4 a.m., and that was during the ghost festive period, my mom dreamt of my grandmother and said, I want to go back. It seems like the grandmother wanted to drag my mom together with her to the underworld, but my mom refused to go. When my mom woke up, she thought about her nightmare. She was scared. So I quickly go to Bodhi Meditation College to gild a Earth-store Bodhisattva statue. And then my mom had a dream. The dream is that she go to a park, everybody was queuing up. And then when she was at the door gate, someone said, you don't have the complete documents, you cannot go, you go back. When she woke up, she called me and said that masters have helped. And I told her that, Mom, you are lucky because luckily that you never go through the gate. And after that, my mom says that I must offer lights on behalf of Master. Now every morning, my mom will chant to thank Masters and Buddhas, Bodhisattvas for the protections. Once again, my master and I want to thank Master, thank the Buddhist Robes, so that my mom can continue to live happily and healthily. Well, this book is so amazing. She helps her to clear her calamities. So it is like her special encyclopedias. Yeah, she says that it's like her family physicians. Everything that she's not sure, she'll try to seek help from the Buddhist Robes. When she has tummy ache, she'll put the book at the tummy to help to heal. She couldn't sleep, or she has some nightmares or sees some dark images, she will bring the Buddhist robe with her. She's very lucky. She learned fast and she was able to use the book wisely. When she sees some images from the underworld, she used the Buddhist robe to face this image. Yes, we know that she had some nightmares as well. And from what we understand, that those nightmares are actually not auspicious because she dreamt of the dead mom who tried to bring her to some places and she refused to go. And there was another time she also had another nightmare. She dreamt of a group of people trying to queue to get through the gate to a garden. When it was her turn, the guardian says that she don't have enough documents, so they refuse to let her in. So she was lucky because she avoided death because of that. And that's because of the Buddhist robe. So we have a t-shirt for her, a Bodhi meditation, a red t-shirt for her. You can wear this anytime. It will bring you auspiciousness and protection. And for the daughter, I have a present too. I have a scarf for her. This is a very beautiful scarf. One is more yellowish in color, one side is more bluish in color. Congratulations to you. Actually, a lot of time the old people are very lonely. They need to have someone to be with them. So we wish you to have auspiciousness and to happy every day and to receive the protections of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
这些神奇的故事哈，其实我们网友也有很多的分享啊，我们也想跟师傅再分享一下。
好呀，好呀。
你看这位秀秀网友
We have another sharing. 秀秀。
朋友啊，早上起来的时候，结果先生啊就是呼吸困难啊，这个。
Say the morning when the husband woke up, he had some difficulties to breathe, and he start to pat her chest. And my friend asked the husband what happens. The husband said he couldn't breathe. My friend was so afraid because they have never seen the husband in this state. So asking him to lie down, when she saw that there's this Buddhist robe and placed the Buddhist robe at the chest of the husband. After 10 minutes, the husband said, "It's okay, my chest pain disappears." I think protecting her, the book has helped to protect her. I think the Buddhist robe has as not only just as a form of prediction, it is also a form of protector. So this is another sharing. The dad has some difficulties to talk, and there's nothing that the doctors can do. So she led her dad to read the Buddhist robe, and something happens because initially the father can't read to understand, but after that, 80 years old dad suddenly start to have a lot of saliva coming out. So I used this Buddhist robes on her, and I asked my dad to open her mouth wide and recite the Buddhist robe. And after a few days, he stopped to drip saliva. It is actually a stroke patient, and to recover from stroke is not easy. It's within a day. In the morning, the father couldn't really recite, but in the afternoon, he could understand. I think this internet friends is very smart to know how to use the Buddhist robe. I think sometimes when you have no way out, you just get some inspirations. So maybe the Buddhist robe will be able to provide you with some inspirations and some form of protections and some guidance.
说到那个提醒就是嘛，他说这个王秀莲网友他说我第一次看袈裟书，晚上做梦就梦到提醒我。
She shared that the first time she read about the Buddhist robe, she got some inspirations that she needs to be careful about the electricities at home. And indeed, a few days later, the electricity was cut by someone, but nothing really happened. So she's thanking Master. Another practitioner shares that 10 over years ago, went to a vegetarian restaurant and chanced upon the Buddhist robe, and at night dreamt about Master, and Master chanted the medicine Buddha mantra and said that there's some old wounds and Master helped to heal. And after she woke up, she had an accident about 10 years ago, and the pain was as a result of the accident, but because of Master's blessing in the dream, the pain completely disappears. Yes, indeed, Master. She had an accident, and the accident had caused the pain on the arm for 10 over years. But because she has a chance to read the Buddhist robe, and Master enters her dreams and heal her in the dreams, and as a result, the pain disappears. So I think every time when you read the Buddhist robes, the inspirations that you get is quite different. I started by reading, just understanding the words, but eventually I start to get the meanings, the gist of it. The feelings is completely different. It is like eventually the words gets into me and it becomes part of me. This book is not so simple book as what you think it is. It is a miracle book. Actually, Master, we have a lot more stories. I have a question, Master. Is it just a book? Why is it that such a book has so many miracle effects? Why does it have so much protection, Master? I think this is the first time someone asked me this question. Let me think. It's just based on my feelings. So I don't have like a very complete change of thoughts. But because you have asked me, I'll try to answer your question. But this is a very difficult question. When we start to understand religion or when we start to study religion, we want our spirit to be elevated to a much higher ground. When you watch TVs, when you watch movies, when you read books, you have admirations for those who gain enlightenment or someone who are great cultivators or someone who are able to gain, and as a result you want to change yourself, to change your diet, to change your lifestyle, to change your sense of happiness, and you want to be one with nature. You want to integrate with nature to reach a form of harmony. This is commonly known as your understanding of Tao, or the law of nature. But in the process to get that, there is a very important point, the gist of it, and that is the distinctions between kindness and evil. In the philosophy, the Eastern philosophy, we talk about, there are a lot of ancient books, and they talk about kindness right at the start. It says that the beginning of human beings start with kindness. And I think that this book, it is the Sanjuzing, this book, it is not by one single person. It is by a combination of many gurus together. They come together to come. Let me ask you, do you think that when a person is born, what is the nature instinct? In this 3 characters classic, the first part that talk about the beginning of it, human being is kind. Do you agree with it? I think, Master, for us, we grew up in this culture. We learned this from very young. So when we are young, we start to recite the 3 characters classic. And we know that at the beginning of it, it is. I think the Western people also try to understand this. There are some philosophies that believe in this too. So they feel that if kind, we can develop further. But if people are not kind, then we must try to manage that. But the great philosopher, they believe in kindness. The beginning of mankind starts with kindness. But if you try to push it further and you try to bring it to the society, why? First of all, it's try to convince the emperor, because the purpose of all these essays is to convince the emperor. And secondly, is that they want to work together with the emperor to educate the people. It is like educating a child. Say, for example, the child today has done some good deeds, has done some bad deeds. Say, for example, the examinations. Some score hundreds for certain subjects. Say, for example, the kids scored 30 for mathematics. So should you praise the kids or should you punish the kids? Well, you can say, well, the person did well, but the mathematics score only 30. So it is a tough stand if you say that the kid is very smart. Yes, but he's very smart, but the kids also lied. Every time the kids lied, the mom would give more pocket money to the son. And every time when the mom learned about this, she tried not to do that, but she always fall into the trap of the son. So the question is the son a good person or a bad person? Well, I think there are both components. Maybe at times the son is very good, at times the kid is not good. Someone shared this to me. This is a very simple person. The person who cane or the person who scold person or the person who kill, these are all bad person. Suddenly this is the grandma. And suddenly the grandson came back from universities, from out of town. And suddenly the grandma said, "Oh, you're back. Let me try to kill a chicken for you." And then I asked the grandma, "Are you a kind person?" "Yes, I'm a kind person." "Then why are you killing the chicken?" "Well, because I want to give more nutrients to my grandson. My grandson has been studying in our town for a long time, and look at him, he slimmed down so much. So I want to brew some chicken to nourish him, and that's why I need to kill the chicken." So let me ask you, when you take cow or you take beef or you take the meat of goat, are you a kind person or unkind person? When the tiger is eating the cow or the goat, why? Is that kindness or not? Think of this if this mom have a child that's not eating, they've not been eating for 3 days, what happens? Can you if the mom need to feed a baby and just eating just potatoes or just some raw vegetables, the mom would not be able to produce milk. Who is going to ensure that the baby will survive if the mom cannot produce milk for the baby? So from the carp perspective, the tigers who kill the animals in order to feed it to have milk for the younger tigers, that is kindness. Well, if you think about it, the tiger needs to feed on the cow and the goat, right, in order to survive. And if there's no tiger to feed on the cow and the goat, what happens? What happens? They will consume too much grass. There are many who believe that we must save the nature, so we must allow the animals to grow naturally. But actually, a lot of scientists also come and say that you need to ensure a balance, a cycle in the animal kingdom. If we did something to affect the natural balance, certain species will have excessive growth, and it will affect the natural balance of the cycle of the ecosystems. So that's why we need a natural balance. So let me ask you the question again. What is kind and what is unkind? What is kindness? What is evil? Is it kindness is based on what the human believe as a perspective from a society? Because even we talk about human beings, the human beings have different level of wisdom. So what exactly is good? What is kindness? What is compassion? What is evil? Well, you naturally, if someone who steal, someone who kill, these are all bad, or unkind, or evil. So say, for example, these thieves come to my house and rob the money. As a result, my mom and dad were badly affected, and as a result of this, I beat up the thief. So am I a good person or bad person? I think there are certain things that we... So it depends on your heart. This moral compass is depending on you. So this is something that will change with age as you gain more realizations when you become more knowledgeable. So kindness and evil is determined by your heart. Why do we talk about this? In the human hearts, there's actually no distinctions between kindness and evil. Because our need is for survival. First of all, we need to survive. We need to have food to survive. Second is relationship. You need to find someone. You need to have a partner. This is something that's part of your DNA. This pursuit is already integrated to part of your DNA. Your hormones is actually intertwined with the brain, the neurons of the brains. And that's why when you reach a certain age, you will want to seek a life partner. This is something that has been imprinted into your DNA. So we live in that time space. At the time, certain things will happen. Say, for example, when you reach 100 years old, if you are no sickness, you will die, because that is pretty much the life cycle of the human race. It is like your cell phone. You have all the programs fixed already. So everything has been predestined. There's no good, there's no bad. If you use more of it, maybe it causes more harm. If you do less, it will cause less harm. Because when you have karmic debts, at a certain age, maybe you will have contact certain disease. It's all predestined. But there's some group of people, like me, like you, there's some group of people. Many try to pursue the complete kindness. They want to pursue extreme kindness. But it's not easy to survive in the world, in the universe. But because of your disintensity to pursue it, it will actually self-cleanse, self-elevate. Your spirituality will gain a new level of elevations. You have Buddhas, you have Bodhisattvas, you have masters to guide you to reach a different state of elevations. And if you can attain such a state, and when you can reach an all-compassionate state, because you must understand the pursuit of kindness is something that's innate. Yes, pursuit of kindness may be an act of fool, but eventually it is great wisdom. Extreme fool is extreme wisdom. The evil and goodness will also create intense creativity. When we try to pursue such kindness, It is not part of DNA. It is not part of human DNA. So when we can achieve or attain the extreme kindness, all Buddhas, all heavenly gods will be so touched, and you will shock the heavens. And they even offer you with heavenly fruit. You will be able to still survive without eating food for many days, because you've been offered with heavenly food. When we attain enlightenment, the world will attain a different level of shock. The world will become extremely peaceful. You will shaken the earth. But such is not earthquake. It is not destruction. It just signifies that the heavenly gods and deities are moved by your extreme kindness. When they give up of themselves, when they pursue altruistic love, the heaven will be touched. So as a result, all the books that they talk about this person of this great cultivators, it will be blessed with this light, like the heavenly lights. It is like the heavenly God has bestowed you with great blessing. In the past, you are dumb, a fool. But suddenly, you gain great enlightenment. They may even gain great fortune, great wealth. But these people will not flaunt their wealth. I have not attained such great degree yet, but I am someone who pursues extreme kindness. And because of this, people who wrote this book, or people who read this book, they will be blessed. If you read it 3 times, you will integrate with these Buddhist robes, and you will gain inspirations. And when you gain inspirations, you'll be able to understand it. Do you understand this? I hope that you benefit from it. Thank you, Master. I think those who have this Buddhist robe, you should try to take some time to read it again, so that you receive the blessings that bestow onto the book. I just want to add one more line. For those who read the Buddhist robe, they will eventually gain great compassion and great enlightenment. It is as simple as that. Thank you, Masters, for your great compassion. For those who have not read the Buddhist robe, please try to get hold of one, and start to read it. Even for those who have read it for 3 times, you may want to take it up again and read it one more time. I think the moment that now I pick up the Buddhist robe and read it again, I will have a different realizations. Actually, what I read, what I just said earlier, it is like the Heart Sutra. You will gain great wisdom. Thank you, Masters, for your great blessing. Now I feel such a beautiful feelings. Thank you, Masters, for giving us such a great present just before the New Year. This is great wisdom. Bestow us with great wisdom. There are more presents. There's also a good news, Master. The Chinese all have this habit is that to offer the first incense to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and to seek for protections from heavenly God and deities, to bless the family to have a good year. And this year, the year of rabbits is approaching, and in the Bodhi College, we have another event. We have this to offer the first incense on the first day of the Lunar New Year. I just want to introduce this because a lot of time in the past we go to the center to offer the first incense. This year, because of the pandemic, some places have very serious situations. In order to help all, we have these opportunities. Master will on the first day of the Chinese Lunar New Year to offer lights before Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and all of us will be able to follow Masters to offer the first incense to welcome the New Year. This is so auspicious. This is actually the first event that we organize in Bodhi Meditations. I'm just telling you how we can do it. So we just need to go to Bodhi Meditation College, the website. So there is a click that you want to click on. You will see that there's this Chinese New Year first incense offerings. So once the first day starts, this event will cease. It is the first day, so it will cease on the first day of Taipei time is the big first day of Chinese New Year. So there are 4 different categories that you can choose. First is safe travels, New Year's first incense. So that is to protect us. And the second is wishes comes true. This is very auspicious because this allows your wish to come true, wish fulfillings. You will receive the blessings and protections of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas with good fortunes and realize your cherished dreams. So it got to do with longevities of the family as well. So all your wishes will come true. And there's another one is prosperous businesses and harmonious family. It brings wealth. So not only bring bring good to the business, it also brings harmony to the family. It allows you to gain a successful business year and be happy and harmonious at home and have filial children and abundance in great fortune. This protection is amazing. And there's another level, is called boundless merits and medicine Buddha's protections. Everyone who learned the Buddha Dharma, they know this is so important. Because you will receive this boundless merits and the protections of medicine Buddhas. You'll be blessed with good health and longevities, happiness and good fortunes, and freedoms from all obstacles and troubles. and fulfillment of all wishes. This is so auspicious. So you can base on what you need to pick different type to offer.
填写的时候呢，非常的简单啊。我们做供灯的所有的网友们都了解的，在你这个选择这个祈福种类里边呢，
when you select the type of offerings, you just select whichever one that you like, and you just make sure that you put the name of the blessed person. So this is, for example, you can put there the name of the blessed person could be one person. If I want to do a few more, you can do that. You can do 8 quantities or 10 quantities. As for the others, you can put as whole family. So your whole family will receive the blessing and protections. And on the first day of the Chinese Lunar New Year at 10, we'll have a live broadcast. Masters will guide us, and all of us will be able to watch this together. So that is a great news. You want to make sure that you capture the auspicious moment. When your sincerity, you will be, with your sincerity, you send this to, and then the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas will receive it. The key is sincerity. All of us have wishes that we want to fulfill. It is important that during this type of the period, we try to seek the protections and blessings of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And we use the incense as a form of showing our wishes, bringing our wishes for Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Master also shares that on the first day, it is also the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they will come to see who is the kindest person and bestow them with great blessing. And for those who select to offer prosperous business and harmonious family, as well as a boundless merits and medicine Buddha's protection, this will be lighted by Masters personally. I think the reason for this is that because this is still the pandemic period, and there are some places that we don't have our meditation center. During this period, because it's still the pandemic, we should try to avoid having too many social gatherings. And as a result, we have stopped major activities, even our centers. And as a result, that I thought that maybe it's an opportunity for me to help all to offer the first incense. You will ensure that we will be safe during the New Year period. And we will have successful career and successful business. Actually, during this period, during the pandemic, many very reputable restaurants have closed. I saw that in Vancouver, I saw it in Malaysia too. And even some trading companies have closed. There are some who are still quite successful. I think a lot of this is not because of coincidence, because you have some auspiciousness, and that's why you're protected by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Some make money, some don't. And sometimes you can even achieve success and receive the blessings of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Everything will be auspicious for the new year, and you will have great success. So I just share some of this with you. Thank you, Masters, for giving us the opportunities. So this is the first time that we are organizing this offering. If you think that you had needs, you may want to make the offerings. Master, you also have a lot of very exciting activities during the Lunar New Year. Let us share some. Many people want to receive Master's blessing, as well as guidance. We hope that Master can help us change our fortune. So many ask for Masters to read our facial expressions. And Master is doing individually? Yes, of course, we have to do individually because everyone's facial features is different. But not everyone wants me to read for you. But if you want me to read, I will share naturally with everyone. If you want it to be private, then I'll not be able to do for you. We will have this registration form. Face reading 23. You can share your questions. We said before that you must have a purpose, a reason. That's why you need Masters to seek help, and that's why you send this. The questions you want to be you want to be as close as possible so that Masters will be able to answer you more accurately. The best is that you provide with photos. There are some requirements for the photos. First, when you take the pictures, you must make sure that it's bright. You must be able to see the face. Secondly, the background, you want it to be very clean. And third is that you want to be at eye level. Do not pick the angles that you look the best, because that will affect Masters into his face reading. And the other one is that you must show your forehead and your ears. Otherwise, we'll not be able to see very clearly. The forehead, you want to show your forehead. And next is very important is that do not put makeup. Because makeup is not the real you. And what's most important is you want to show the natural features. And also do not wear the colored iris or contact lens. If you normally wear glasses, You should take a picture of you with glasses. And the photos has to be recent photos. The best is the photos, the most recent, like now. You need the front view, you need side view, and you need to take from a 45-degree angle. Both sides, 45-degree. So Master will be able to see all angles. Some shared that they have fringe. Do they have to bring the fringe up? Yes, because your fringe will cover your forehead. And what's important is that do not put lipstick. Your natural lip color and your natural lip shape. Because all these will be related as well. What about earrings? If it is very big piece of earpiece, try not to wear it because it will block your ear loop. And you also want to specify the questions that you have. And if you can provide some background to the questions, that will be useful as well. If you are trying to seek help about your studies, you should share some background stories about your current status of your studies. So you must be able to provide some additional information, then it will be helpful for masters to provide you with appropriate guidance. Actually, some may want to seek instantaneous guidance. You can get the 64 trigrams as well to seek master helps. Or you can pick an auspicious divine lot. And if you have seek the divine lot, you may want to include that as well. Say, for example, you have seek medicines Buddha's divine oracle, and you draw a lot, and you have seek a certain lot number, you may want to include in there as well. Or you can use the 64 trigrams as well. But this is quite simple because usually it's just a few words in it. You can highlight that as well. And there are some requirements. Is that before you seek the guidance from the Medicine Buddha Divine Oracles, you want to make sure that you take a vegetarian diet for 3 days. You become pure and peaceful. You maintain a very relaxed state of mind. Observe your words. Observe your language. No scolding people. No alcohol. And before you seek that Lord, you try to shower and change to a new clean set of clothes. And you have Buddha's image or Tanka or Master's pictures. First, you want to prostrate to Buddha's. Then you seek the Divine Lord. And every time when you seek one Lord is for one specific question. And no matter what, after you seek one Lord, no matter what's the outcome of the Lord, do not pick a second one. And we know that it is impossible to have a perfect facial features. In order for us to be able to help you, It doesn't matter what is the indication, is it good or bad. We must be willing to accept it. It's not necessary that what you hear is what you want to hear. You must be open-minded.
还有一个前提一定要请大家注意的就是，如果你想请金菩提宗师为你来看相啊，为你来解答问题的话，你的这个照片是必须可以公开的。
And the other thing is that if you want masters to help you to help you, your pictures must be willing to published.
那我们就建议你不要用这种方式来请师父看相了，以后再找机会哈。
If you're not willing to share publicly, then this may not be the right channel. We may want to seek other opportunities in the future.
学生师姐要问一下，那个小孩子可以看吗？还是说
Some ask, Master, or is it okay to have the pictures of the young child? I think the kids must be at least 6, 7 years old, because the facial features will keep changing when the toddler is too young.
看的是什么呢？看的是叫骨相，骨头相。我们比如说哈，颧骨高。
What are we looking at? We are looking at the bone structure,
里头的颧骨的骨头高。
the cheekbones.
还有高颧骨呢，长得方向不一样。
We look at
就在眼角
the
上
directions of the
有的一直
cheekbones.
挪到腮帮子这儿来哈。
Some cheekbones are a bit higher, some a bit lower. So we just want to look at the cheekbones. Where exactly is the
看
cheekbones?
这个颧骨高度和长的位置呢，是里面的骨头。
Exteriorly, we may look at the face, but actually we are looking at the bone
是里
structure,
头那个头颅骨的骨头。
even the
这
skull.
样的，是这个骨相来着。哎，那所以呢，这个特别小的儿童呢，
So
这些
when the
骨头
child
还
is
没有
too
基本
young,
的发育
they have not developed
完
completely.
全
So it is
我们
not
会发现哈，很多小孩小宝宝
a lot of
到了
babies, a
20 来
lot of
岁以后
toddlers.
你发现他就没小时候那么可爱了。
When they reach
大
20s,
眼睛变小眼睛，白皮肤变黑
they are
头
not as cute as when they were young.
大了真的变化很
长得最后变得不怎么
Some
样
of them change
对
completely.
就是这样子。所以他特别小的时候这个年龄哈，他那个相还没有真正的发育完。
That's because when they're young,
他在变，
they're still developing. Their facial features are still
那我们
developing.
不能乱说呀，啊，所以我看相对谁都不讨好。我看
So
要说
when I try to
因为
do
我有
face
自己的
reading,
道德标准
I have
如果
my
你不能
own
总骗人呢
moral
我
compass.
们只能要指引
I will
一下
tell you the truth.
就看的
Sometimes the truth
当然
may be
谁
a
不
bit
想
hard
听
for
好
you
话
to
哈
take it.
你说有
So
些
don't
人给这个
expect
孩子
that
看
to
的
hear
相就
only
说
the
这
good
个
things,
不太完美哈。
because
那
not
完了
everyone
他
has
们
a
亲
complete
都
or
不
perfect
在
facial features.
但是呢，你让我看的话，
But
那
if
你
you
让我
ask me
就
to
全
do
部给你
face
拍马
reading,
屁，那还有干
I
嘛
will
呢？
not
是
try
不
to
是
say things just to
那
make
其实
you
你
feel
心中
good.
肯定不是这么想的。但是说到有一些确实不太吉祥、不太好
But
的时候
some,
呢，你应该学
if
着
I
去
say
预
it
防的。
are not
你怎么
auspicious,
能改变？
you
接下来
must
会发生
learn
这个
and
事
see how to change it.
有时候看得准的时候，就可能明年你遇到一个灾。是提前
Sometime,
没
if it's
看到
accurate, you'll be
你要
able to
学
predict the
的时候要
misfortune
想办
maybe
法怎么
happens
办
next year.
而
We are
不要说
teaching you in
就是
advance
8月份
how
撞
to
死，但你
resolve
之
it.
前一天都不要告诉我，哈哈，不要告诉我，就让我死去好了，哎，对不对？那你到底要哪一个呢？
So you
我们
must
要
know what you
化
want.
解灾难。
If you want to ward off calamities, if I tell you something that's not auspicious and ask you to do something, but are
就
you
我
willing
不
to
告诉你
accept?
这才叫骗你。
But if
但
I don't,
有
if
些
I
人真的
know
是
and I
就是
don't
为了
tell you,
勾
that's
狗
cheating.
图你高兴哈。
Just
就是
remember,
他
I'm
对
not there to
很多
make you
年
happy. I just want to say
是
the
吧？
truth.
他对各种年龄层的人都有一套像唱喜歌一样赞美你的词，
是为了取悦他。
取悦于你之后，那可以你就收到很多看相的钱嘛，啊，这样所谓看相的这个人就会得了很多不义之财。
Some people who read
是为客户
the face, they tend to say a lot of flowery words.
直言相告。
The why?
对，
Because
看
they will
相我都会
gain
直
more
言相告。
money.
主要是化解。
你还怕我说你的灾难，别找
But
我看。
if you're afraid that I
谁请我
will
看，
say about your
我也有
misfortune,
心看的时候
then
就
don't
看，
ask
但
me
是我
to
会告诉
read
你。
for you.
但是我也确实想取悦过人，确实想取悦过。这个人身份
In the
太好
past, I tried to please
完了之
people as
后呢，
well. I try to say the good
他
things.
又很
because that person is very high-ranking officer, and the person is afraid I'll say something bad about the person. I've experienced that. I want to say, but I'm not sure what's the right words to say. But people who know me, they know that we can't say the truth. And because of that, we can't really help the person. Because the person says, don't tell me. I don't want to know. If you want me to tell you that you can live to 100 years old, you are good auspiciousness, yes, you just want me to say that, but it's actually cheating you. But that's not my character. That's against my principle. If you ask me to read the face for you, I'll try to tell you my honest opinion. I'm saying this because I have compassion in my heart. I think last year, when masters tried to read some divine lots, there are also some pictures. It provides some indications to people. And Master says that before talk to about pictures of a young person, and Master says that you can be an entrepreneur. I remember that very clearly as someone from the States about the child. Say, for example, you are a boss. You have a restaurant. You're the restaurant owner. You need to invest quite substantially. Doesn't matter which currency. You need at least $1 million. Because restaurant hygiene standard is very high. You need to make sure you maintain high hygiene standard. But you have the sunk costs. And not only that, don't forget about just the sunk costs, operational costs. What about fixed costs and operational costs? That's actually quite risky. Most people are more suitable to work for others. They are not suitable to start a business, to be an entrepreneur. Because it's safer to be a worker than to become an entrepreneur. Actually, for most people, even changing a job will provide a lot of, maybe a lot of emotional disturbance. So remember, if you want Master to do face reading for you, remember to take the pictures and the most recent pictures. You may want to refer back to what we highlighted earlier. And when you fill up the form, the registration form, you want to provide as much information as you can, including your name, your gender, your birthday, the locations, the country that you live in, you reside in, your marital status, your communication email. So our next live broadcast will be next Saturday, January the 21st, 7 p.m. The same timing as today. And the one after that will be the first day of the Lunar New Year, January the 22nd at 10 a.m. And the second day and the third day will be 7 p.m. Asian time. So we have 4 live broadcasts. You may want to capture this on screen and send to your friends and family so that they can all watch the live broadcast together. This will be a good live broadcast to follow. And also there will be great prizes to be won. Today someone won the auspicious fast. There will be greater prize. And there are also cell phone.
因为我们热心的网友哈，又是点赞，还有打赏哈，哎，他头几次打赏打得我脚都发软哈。
So many of our friends have subscribed and they have shared, and they also have monetary subscriptions too.
那这个我要说啥来着？
What is it I want to share now?
我还有一件事我给忘了哈，忘了就算了，就是该忘了。
我们等着那个过年的时候，反正这几场直播，我们连续都会跟网友见面的。
We'll have a few live broadcasts,
很多聊天的时间。
and we have a lot of opportunity to chat.
我们春节这个直播的时间表呢，做一个表格。
Let's have the schedules and put on Facebook the timetable for the live broadcast. We have a lot of content to share. You may like them. Because when I tend to be very direct. And I'll share with you some of the knowledge that I've acquired over time. All of our friends are looking forward to have the Lunar New Year celebration with Master. My YouTube channels will have more languages.
就这一两天，我会贴出又是一个超短的视频哈，当中可能对于新时期的感冒哈，感冒。
I will have a short clips got to do with the flu, the common flu during this period. It is an alternate treatment method, and I will promote that quite soon. Probably today or tomorrow. So you may want to keep a lookout for that. So first, wishing all a happy Lunar New Year, wishing all auspiciousness, wishing all a harmony, family relationships, and travel safe, and at ease, and health and longevity. Let's meet again before the Chinese Lunar New Year. Thank you, Master.
生命变得更坚定，不忧忧无虑，因为有了你，日子不再有哭泣，不再有恐惧。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了，在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇，小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与您相遇，小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了，因为有了你，了解生命的真理，修行的意义。因为有了你，日子犹如彩虹般美丽。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了，我快乐了，我美丽了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与您相遇，小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇，小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，